Everybody, welcome back to the E-Racing Association. We are so proud to bring you guys the second installment of our Fiesta Cup Mario Kart tournament. We're back again with Equity Prime Mortgage. We're back again with a kid again. We're back again with Kalita. We're back again with White Castle. We're back again with Cedar Fair. It's going to be another amazing event. Thank you so much for tuning in on this. Thank you so much to all the racers for coming out and jumping in for event number 2 of our Fiesta Cup. Joining me in the booth for this event is Nolan Rempel. Thank you so much for jumping in with us, Nolan. We have Ryan back there turning the dials and pushing the buttons, and we're about ready to be joined by a couple special guests here in the booth to get this thing kicked off. Just wanted to say thank you again to all of our sponsors, all the racers, all the fans, all the people watching, all the kids, all of the adults. This is going to be so much fun. We had a ton of fun last time. We're going to have even more fun this time. Nolan, is this your first time covering a Mario Kart event?
Been doing iRacing for 3 years. First time covering a Mario Kart event like this. And I have to say, while I have not covered Mario Kart in a professional sense just yet, I have definitely played a whole ton of it. And it's about some of the most chaotic racing I think you can get. And you never quite know what's going on down on a racetrack. And hopefully we'll be able to make some sense of anything going on down there by the end of the night. But I have a feeling we're in for a real fun night of racing as well.
Yeah, we're going to have a good time. We're definitely going to have a very good time. If the last broadcast was any indication, it's chaos, but it is highly skilled chaos. And to talk a little more about that highly skilled chaos, I really want to bring in Joel. Joel is what I would consider to be an expert on Mario Kart, and Jesse Awuji as well. Jesse's coming in. Joel Willis, thank you for joining us in the booth here today. We're going to get to you in just a second. Jesse Awuji joining us, one of the founders of the E-Racing Association. Thank you guys for jumping in here and basically just having a little bit of fun with us here this morning or this afternoon or wherever you're at in the world. This is global. So that's another cool thing about this. It is truly a global event that anyone can join. All you have to do is go over to eragaming.gg and you can get signed up for the Fiesta Cup tournaments. And it's a really easy thing to do. We made it as easy as possible. Do not have to be a paying member in order to race our Fiesta Cup events. Although we would love for you guys to become a member, join, become part of what we're doing on a weekly basis and help us grow this thing into absolutely a massive entity that we know it can be. So Jesse, Joel, thank you for jumping in. Jesse, I know you probably have a couple things you'd like to say. We'll get to that, and then we'll get over to Joel, and Joel will pick your brain on the technicalities of Mario Kart. Jesse's mic is muted. There it is.
Just wanted to thank everybody who jumped on board to watch our Fiesta Cup for today. We're looking forward to a pretty exciting event. It's really cool when we get all these kids and adults together, their moms, their dads. We'll see on the stream today, literally parents sitting right next to their kids, playing Mario Kart, battling it out, throwing bombshells and banana peels and all that fun stuff, jumping off of walls, jumping off of other vehicles, hitting people, going invisible, going Super Mario, whatever you want to call it. These kids and adults are going to have a really good time. We have two different tournaments going on today. We have prize money. We're going to be donating to a kid again. We definitely want to thank our partners who are on board today. And just a kid again, everything they're doing for kids out there who don't have the opportunity to do all the same things that kids out there are doing today. So a kid again is out there, giving other kids who are in these situations a chance to be a kid again. Definitely want to thank EPM, Equity Prime Mortgage, Eddie and that team over there for being on board to help support these events and push esports out there for all who like to compete, whether you're here in the U.S. or you're wherever you are in the world. And all our folks here at ERA, but we've just been working really hard over the last year and some change now to put on all these events. We're putting on more and more now and just having a really good time doing it. And all these folks in our broadcast booth here who are going to be broadcasting this event, I'm looking forward to some exciting stuff going on. It's so unpredictable on who can win what, but it's really fun to watch, and I think we're going to have a good time doing it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well said, as always, Mr. Awuji. Going to turn it over now to Joel Willis. Joel, whether you like it or not, you are our content and subject matter expert when it comes to Mario Kart as it stands right now. We all come from a real world motorsport backgrounds, and we love infusing the commentary in the Mario Kart world with like what we know of real world motorsport, like the slide jobs and the over under passes, and just being able to talk about the technical side of Mario Kart and infuse that with the real world stuff. But one thing that Joel and I were talking about before we went live here today is the level of precision that is required to put a vehicle on the podium in Mario Kart is every bit as impressive as wheeling a car around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway or Daytona. Or you have to be pixel perfect in order to get this done. And I just want a little bit of insight from you, Joel, and the preparation that goes into it, and how do you train for this stuff, man? Like it's very, very cool. It's a very cool skill set.
Yeah, I've been warming up all week. And I'm here to bring the technical analysis and the data science behind Mario Kart. We're gonna talk PhD level physics.
Excellent.
We're gonna be talking about mechanical engineering.
It's STEM. It's all STEM.
That's right. I joke about it, but 100%, there is so much more to Mario Kart than people give it credit for. There's a huge skill range in Mario Kart. It's one of those things where you can come in and you can have fun if it's your first time, but you can also really like hone your skills over years and years of competition. And then you start learning things about the angles you need to hit on certain turns, and the different kart configurations that you need, because you're trading off speed for top speed for acceleration, for handling, all that stuff. So there's a lot to it, and I'm looking forward to getting into it with you guys and talking about who's doing the right things and who needs to up their planning and preparation on the course.
Absolutely. It's great. Whenever you see something incredible that's happening on track that we're probably going to be oblivious to a lot of things that your eye is going to go, oh, that was incredible, and these are the reasons why. Just whenever you see something like that, please interrupt me. Or interrupt.
Yeah, and before we get into it, I do want to mention one of those things, and that is, as you guys may know, the blue shell item, it goes for the person that's in first place and the person who's in first place only. So I have a blue shell back here because you guys didn't mention this, but I won the last Fiesta Cup, the adult tournament. So I'm here to defend my title, and I've got the blue shell trailing me constantly.
I apologize. I truly apologize for not bringing that up. We're cutting to the first race of the broadcast, gentlemen, and it's just so foreign for us, but it's so cool to watch this. And Joel, I know you know these people. I'm just going to let you speak kindly about what you're seeing on the screen here for a few seconds, and we'll dig in deeper.
Absolutely. Let's get into this. I feel like I'm like the Tony Romo of Mario Kart announcing.
Tony Romo.
You're the technical. You're actually the technical analysis.
Well, you have to remember, Joel. You have to remember, not everyone's going to understand that Tony Romo reference, but I do. I understand.
I love it. Yeah. Heck yeah. I'm a big fan of Tony Romo's color commentary. He's great. So what we're seeing here is this is Animal Crossing. That's the course that we're watching. Now, the one thing I'll mention here for you guys is you see a lot of the purple. That's Waluigi. Waluigi is, in terms of trade-offs of speed and weight and things, it's an ideal character for what we would say is a try-hard build. So it's like optimized for speed and performance. So a lot of people will be picking Waluigi today.
So I guess all these different characters, they're not all even. They're not all the same. There actually is a difference between speed, handling, not only of the carts, but the actual drivers driving.
Yeah, that's right. It's like they're different classes of characters according to weight. There's lightweight, there's heavyweight, there's super heavyweight. So it really depends on how you drive, which character is best for you. But yeah, and then it's also the kart, like you see here. That's a motorcycle build, good for handling. But it's also the tires and even the gliders. Like look off this jump, he's got a paper glider there, so that matters too.
That's what I was going to ask you, and that's one of the things when I first fired up this iteration of Mario Kart that I was overwhelmed with car, tire, and glider choice, and I just don't know. I had no idea, and to this day, I don't know why would you pick a certain car, a certain tire, and a certain glider. I mean, it boggles the mind the level of strategy that's actually involved in this. You just like outside looking in, you're like, fun video game, but it's so much more, man. Like, why would you pick the different tires and the different cars? Like, what's the parameter? You
got to optimize it for what you want to get out of your build. I was joking about the PhD level physics, but in all seriousness,
get that trigonometry in for the green shells.
That's right. You gotta play the angles. There's a guy in the Dad Gaming's Mario Kart League. His name is Basic. That's his gamer tag. He's unbelievable at this game. He is legitimately a data science PhD. He has coded in a statistical programming language a kart optimization tool so you can plug in the configurations and things and optimize it for what you want. So shout out to Basic. He's got an amazing YouTube channel called Basic Training that will give you step-by-step analysis of each of these courses. So what Jesse was saying about STEM, 100%. There's STEM involved in everything, especially video games.
Yeah, there's the cool thing with STEM is, when the whole, I guess, would say the acronym started becoming popular and something that people would talk about all the time, about education and all that, people just originally just kind of thought of it as just kind of classroom setting type thing where you can bring kids in and teach them about science, engineering, math, this and that, and it just didn't seem super exciting. But now with this whole world of esports that we have going on, and we have different esports that actually do tie into STEM, even if the game is super wacky and fantasy type and wouldn't really translate to real life, there still is a STEM aspect for games. I mean, for somebody to be able to, teams of people to be able to code this, to be able to do all the different graphics and the visual and make the engine behind it work, all these different things in music. There's so many different things that go into this as far as engineering, math, sciences, and all that, just to make a video game work. There's a ton of STEM behind games, and we all know how popular games are. We know that it's a very big industry. It's going to be around forever. It's been around forever. It's only getting bigger. It's only getting better. Now people are finally accepting it as a thing, and it's an Olympic sport. There's just so much behind it. So just getting kids involved with games and doing it in the right way too, not in a way that just completely wastes their time, but in a way that they get something out of it. I'm all for it, and I'm just loving that we're able to do that. Do our small part through our ERA events that we put on.
That's right. STEM should be fun. STEM should be fun. My kids will say, if they have a bad experience or any kid really, and they're like, oh no, it's boring. I'm like, no, it's not. You just don't have the right teacher yet. Right?
That's true. That is very true. You need the right teachers.
Bit of a problem it looked like there for Matt, who was the winner of the second race that we just saw. There looks like some controller disconnection issues. Got it back into it now, but that could be absolutely detrimental, guys, for the tournament coming into the future. Those little mistakes, those can play on your head, and they can definitely hurt you big time, especially come on later in. Every little point matters in races like these where anything can happen.
It's like equivalent to getting a flat tire. I mean, I think his controller may have run out of batteries or he got disconnected. But yeah, that's no good. But he's back in it. That's good.
And look at that, getting beat by Bullet Bill right at the stripe. That is definitely, it hurts to see because you can see it coming right up behind you, and Lil Jedi Ray getting bested by Ludwig right at the line. And those Bullet Bills, that's where kind of everything about those configuration algorithms that you talked about earlier, Joel, kind of goes out the window. And that's going to be one of those situations where you have those situations where you can have those little items that could definitely help you out. And those Bullet Bills, they only happen if you're last, second to last, maybe third if you're extra lucky. Other than that, though, you're fresh out of luck, and you just got to kind of hope that bullet doesn't spit you out somewhere where you could go flying off a circuit.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of fun to watch. Definitely, the action is crazy as always.
Yeah, Mario Kart is just, it's insane. Just when you think you have it, you don't. When you don't think you have it, you do. You're in fourth, fifth, sixth place. All of a sudden, next thing you know, a few moments later, you find yourself in second, first. There's so many things that go on because it's different than real racing. Real racing, you don't have weapons, you don't have different things you can fire at people to reel them back in. You don't have the force that you can use. Whatever it is, you don't have that. But on Mario Kart, you have all these different options of making your way back forward to the front of the field. We're going to see how, and these launches are crazy. I don't know how to get the perfect launch. If someone can explain that to me, that'd be epic.
Oh, I can. Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
That is a heck of a question. That is a heck of a question.
Joel. We can hear you, Joel. Explain away.
Yeah, great. I had a little bit of audio trouble there. I was going on a rant about bullet bills and probability and likelihood and stuff, but I think my mic cut out. It's for the best. It's for the best. No. All right. So if you want to get an ideal start, it's right after the number 2 appears on the countdown. So it goes 3, 2, then press, and then 1.
Okay,
and then
so
you'll get the perfect boost.
Hearing, but right after it lights up, boom, right there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And if you do it too early, then you burn out. And it takes a little second to start. Not only do you not get the boost, but it pauses a little bit. So you got to get it at just the right time.
Gotcha. Okay. That helps a lot. That helps a lot. Yeah, because I want to figure that out because I get, I've jumped on here and played some people and they just destroy my world. I don't know how they're just that much faster. I feel like I run the correct line. I'm doing all the things I'm supposed to do. I'm not getting hit by, these shells but they're still a mile ahead of me. I'm like, this is not fair. I remember at Mario Kart 64, this was never possible.
Yeah, and I could give some beginner tips on things to do here, but it looks like all of these kids that are racing here are beyond beginner. Like, look at this. Like, see the drift there with the explosions coming out of the back of the cart on the turns. Like, that's the key. You have to do that on almost every turn. It looks like pretty much everyone is doing it.
Is it like a drift that you're gaining speed on instead of losing speed?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not like a drafting. So you see, he'll jump into the turn and then slide against it, and you can see the colors flying out of the back. The longer you hold that drift, the longer a boost you're going to get after you release it in the turn. It also helps you to turn sharper, so you can see him riding that edge there, taking it on the inside.
Yeah,
and then he jumps into another drift. Every turn, you'll see these guys and girls drifting around each turn. It's to help take the turn better, but it also gives you that boost after. It's really important.
That makes sense. Yeah, because I race people and I'm like, dude, there's no way in the world. Like, why are they continuing? Like, they're eventually gonna just lap me. I mean, I'm like, how do you get so far ahead? I'm not hitting anything. I'm going through all the court, but because I'm not doing that boosted drift, that's what's basically allowing them to pull way ahead of me.
Yeah, it's key, and it takes a little bit getting used to. It's not real intuitive, but once you start doing it, it's basically just jumping with the right trigger heading into the turn, and then holding that down all through the turn, and then releasing it at the end.
Wow. So basically, they're adding some slip angle, which does help you be faster through a corner, but the slip angle has some type of way where it takes whatever heat is being created and converts it to some type of boosting energy, like curves or whatever you call it, and then use it to boost you out. They're trying to integrate all different kinds of motorsport things into this.
Jesse, amazing. Yeah, Jesse, he's got like the professional racing terminology. But I gotta tell you, we're in the Mario universe, so I think what it's doing is it's building up mushroom power. It's building a
dance. Did you see that? He just literally just got up and straight walked on everybody. Hey, look, he did it again. He's doing it again. That is style points right there. And
he comes in for the first place finish, 0-2-2.
Wow, that is some showing off.
I'll have to dock him 2 style points for finishing on the wrong side of the finishing line bollards. But apart from that, I agree. Definitely talk about finishing an offense style.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, that was funny. I mean, I'm just looking on the screen. I see Mario in a raccoon suit hop up and just basically do a walk on everybody.
That's the touchdown celebration equivalent right there.
He was doing the jerk on everybody.
So watch here. If he takes the shortcut, it's off to the left. No, he did not. So you can jump off the track there on the left and fly over and cut some corners. There's various things like that on every track. There's multiple shortcuts happening. Look at PJ there. Just took a blue shell right before the finish.
Wow.
That hurts.
Oh yeah, it probably hurt.
It's one of the worst possible feelings, and I speak of this having somebody that has had this done to me an excessive amount of times, but getting blue shelled when you can see the finish line in front of you, like you could taste the victory, and then right there, and all you can do is just sit and watch as people start to just fly by you, and you can see points slipping away from your grasp, and hurts to see, but it happens. It's probably one of the most common things that can happen in a tournament like this.
Yeah, your only hope is to be out in front enough that it doesn't affect you. But now there are ways to dodge a blue shell. There are a few. If you have the
show us Jedi Master.
So if you have the speaker, it's called a horn, but it's the red box with a yellow speaker on the end. If you use that, that's primarily used to blow off the blue shell. So right when it's hovering above you, you hit it, that item, and it gets rid of the blue shell. That's the easiest way. But you have to have that item, so you have to use item management, and have it saved up and keep it handy while you're out there in first and wait for the right moment.
So item management. That's a thing.
Item. Oh yeah. You don't do item management in NASCAR, eh?
No, we don't have items to manage. If they catch us with items, we're gonna get penalized, fined. There are a lot of different things happen.
Your pit manager's like, wait, Jesse, hold the star. Don't use the star yet. Wait for the shortcut.
Yeah, wait for the shortcut to the other side of the track.
You're gonna cut part of the Daytona road course and just
exactly
stretch that way.
Yeah, exactly. Come out of there like, hold on. As I'm going through, every time I see a right turn, I'm like, the car's not set up to turn right.
That's right.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, this one, Joel, but I believe another way where you could avoid one of those is actually by use of one of the mushroom boosters, and you have to time that exactly perfectly. But I've actually done this before. If you can time it just right, you can actually boost out from under the blue shell as it's starting to come down, but you have to wait until it starts to descend to slam into you. And
we're talking advanced strats now. You got it.
You barely escape the radius, or at least to the point where you only go spinning around instead of flipping around.
Yeah, you sound like a pro, Nolan. You gotta join the Dad Gaming's Mario Kart League. Let's go. But that's exactly right.
And it was my luck.
You have to time it just perfectly right before it hits. Blast your mushroom, and you can get away. Yeah. Now I'll take it a step further. One thing that some people will do, and this is pro strats. Maybe you don't have a mushroom, maybe you don't have a horn. You can purposely throw a banana ahead and hit a banana because it slows you down less than a blue shell. So you throw the banana up in front of you, you hit it, and then the blue shell hits you, and the blue shell doesn't affect you.
We're talking even more pro strats here. And you talk about item management. Well, that kind of is a bit of more of a, almost like a risk reward thing, but it's more of a mitigating circumstance of how do you want to play your cards here to make sure that you lose as little time as possible. You realize, okay, I'm going to be hit regardless. May as well lose as little time as possible.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah, that's the name of the game. Once we get it, you'll see once we get into this adult races, there's going to be a lot of the winner is decided by little things like that. Little things like, is the person out in front, holding a banana behind themselves for defense so that they don't get hit by a red shell? Stuff like that is gonna make all the difference. So we see some stats here. I'm going to pull up the standings on my end just to see where we are, who's out in front.
Looks like at least at this one here, Matt does still hold the lead. I believe it was 71 points over 69 from second place. As we take a look again at Little Jedi Ray, starting 5th place, I believe, in this latest race, and not lucky enough to get any of those opening item boxes, which can honestly kind of dictate how the entirety of a race is going to play out.
Getting those early item boxes. Now, one point I will make is that not necessarily everyone who is racing right now in this tournament is all in the same lobby, right? So there's a little bit of randomness there too about who you get matched up against. Now, the tournament settings for the Fiesta Cup today are you change who you race against every 4 races. So that'll help, get rid of some of that randomness.
It's good. It allows us, so if you're kind of getting a bit pummeled in one lobby, you still have a chance to be able to, fight back potentially, maybe even score some extra points in a second lobby further down the line.
Yeah, exactly.
This kid is pretty good. He is. Watch him play. But what's really cool also, which is something we mentioned in the beginning of the broadcast, is right here you see on the screen, you have, I believe that's her dad, and then also, his kid. And man, it's really cool to kind of see that parent-child relationship, where they're able to sit there next to each other and enjoy something together, like this game, Mario Kart. Have fun, compete in this tournament, try to win, and although they're sitting right next to each other, you might see a parent and kid sitting next to each other. You might think they're on a team together, but they're really not. They're probably competitive against each other. They want to beat each other, but at the same time too, they want to enjoy all of it together. So yeah, there's probably a little bit of like, I'm gonna beat you dad, or I'm gonna beat you mom going on.
Oh man, for sure. Yeah, video games get a bad rap sometimes about being isolating, or non-social. Not anymore. Nowadays, video games are extremely social and a very social experience. They bring people together rather than...
Yeah. We might have lost Joel there for a minute, but I mean, I totally agree with him. I mean, especially with, I'll just say, global events over the last 2 years or so. I mean, they've really been one of the only ways people can properly actually associate with each other and actually have a good time with each other still. So you definitely like to see people taking full advantage of that, making new friends elsewhere, and getting together, having little tournaments like these ones. And tell you what, it's been a good run so far for a lot of these people out there, and I'm honestly dying to know at this point who's going to be winning this kids tournament, because it has been a pretty close fight at the top of the board so far.
Yeah, it's been pretty tight. And yeah, I mean, games have been a way to really connect people for a very long time. People don't, I would say prior to the internet age, it was a little bit isolating in some ways, but not really. I remember, back in the 90s, before the internet was really a thing and people could stream and people could connect for online gaming, we would, me and my brothers, we'd all play games together. We'd sit down together and bond over that. And then sometimes, my other friends would have games that we didn't have, like, GoldenEye or other things like that. So we'd run over to their house, and the whole neighborhood, we'd be in one house, and we'd just share up to 4 controllers, and play games. And that's how we bonded together. We had a good time. We competed with each other. And we would do this usually during the day when it was too hot to go outside in the summer. And then once the evening hit, we'd all go outside and try to replicate what we did in the games. Not GoldenEye, but, other things.
You didn't try to replicate GoldenEye.
Yeah, no.
You're just, I can see y'all, like, everybody wearing an Odd Job suit, running around the backyard, throwing shoes at each other. Why not?
Oh, yeah. No,
why not? And I am sorry I disappeared from the booth. We had one of our racers had some technical difficulties. I had to go and try to get them back in this race. The young man ran one race, and for some reason, Mario Kart keeps telling them that they have run the maximum amount of races for this event, which doesn't make any sense at all. So I've got them trying all kinds of different things. Hopefully we will see that young man be able to get in here and get his races run. But I'm back now. Yay. So I get to jump in and get some knowledge from Joel. I've heard what you've been talking about as far as strategy in the background, and it's just amazing and mind-boggling to me. And while I'm saying that, we're watching someone get squid inked, which is something that we don't get to say as commentators of real world motorsport.
Squid inked. He got
Squid
squid inked.
You got squidded.
He got squid inked, and that's it. That's the end of his race. Squid inked.
Tell you what, that track map is the most deceiving, lying track map I've ever seen in my life. It is far from a figure eight, and it makes me dizzy every time I look at it, because you can see it's trying to like invert on itself, and I don't know what to make of that.
It 100% does. It goes upside down, so it's all relative. You got to watch the track at this point here. We're seeing on little Jedi race track, and watch when she turns around in this corner. You can see everything is upside down right now. There's another track up there. See it?
Whoa. My mind is blown.
I remember back when Mario Kart 7 first came out for the 3DS, and having like hang gliders was like the thing to talk about. I was like, oh my gosh, we have gliders. And then Mario Kart Weekend was like, oh my gosh, we have motorcycles. And then Mario Kart 8's just like, we're just gonna break the laws of physics. Like we're just gonna do that now because reasons. And I'm all for it. Because you even take some of those more classic circuits, right? And it puts a very, very fun twist on them that you wouldn't necessarily get from other games that remaster old courses. I mean, look at Mario Kart Wii, right? When they remastered the Yoshi circuit. Yes, it's the Yoshi circuit, but it's nothing really different about it. It's just new graphics package. That's about it. These ones, they can actually take a whole course and quite literally flip it on its head.
It's absolutely amazing what they do with it. Just the scenery, how beautiful these tracks look. And it just brings you back to, just your kid days. And even though this game isn't just meant for only kids, it's meant for all ages and people around the world. I mean, so many people play this. If you go onto social media, you go onto Facebook, you look through all the different Facebook groups for Mario. I didn't realize how many Mario Kart specific Facebook groups are out there. I mean, so many, and not just from the US, not just from, from Europe or wherever. I mean, from South America, Asia. I mean, anywhere you can think of, they're all over, and all people from different ages, it's just absolutely amazing to see how diverse Mario Kart is. It's not something that is limited. It's not something that's not inclusive. It is super, super diverse, and that's what we're all about here at ERA. Is just creating an inclusive environment for all sorts of people, no matter where you come from. It's an opportunity for you to hop on, get broadcasted, get seen playing a really cool and fun video game, and go out there, compete, and try to win.
That's right.
It's amazing. It does totally take me back to, gosh, I don't even know when did Excite Bike come out originally? It was back in the 80s, I think.
It was 1986. It was March 1986. No, I was just making something up. I was trying to.
You could have said that, and I would have been like,
actually close. I just looked it up. 1984. So you were only 2 years off.
You know who would do that? Tony Romo would do that. That's why I was coming in hot.
I know. I was like, that's a Tony Romo move right there. A Tony Romo move would have been calling out what this player right here is going to do before they do it every single time, and being 100% correct every time.
This has got to be one of the most chaotic tracks I think there is on the entirety of the game, save from, what is it, Baby Park, I think it is? The 5-lap one?
Baby Park, yeah, it's 7 laps, something like that. We call this one in the Dad Gaming League, we call this Toddler Park, because it's just like Baby Park except a little bit bigger.
Wow.
All right, now I gotta tell you guys something. This is the final race, I think, for Matt, who is in first place with 96. Wombo Combo is in second place with 86. So Matt, all he needs to do is beat Wombo Combo or get second place, and I think he will be the leader heading into the tail end of this thing. And I think it's his last race, last of 8.
That lightning strike might hurt him, though.
I'm just sitting here watching this with my jaw on the floor. It's as the 14-year-old me. Like this track makes me so happy. And when I first got my Switch, when we first decided that we were gonna jump into the Mario Kart pool, one of the first things I did with the Switch, if I'm honest, is download the original Excite Bike and just time dumped in a way that I don't know whether I'm proud of it or like I just sat there and played Excite Bike forever. And the fact that you can play basically Excite Bike in Mario.
Matt was so excited. Sorry to interrupt, but he was doing a celebration there. I think that's it for Matt. I think he's done his 8 races, and it looks like he's a little tough for anyone to catch. And he did beat out Wombo Combo. A lot can still happen here, but good for Matt there. Congrats.
Just by one spot, the blue shell, red shell, lightning combination almost got him. Yeah,
and he dropped back. I think he finished that round in 4th or something like that. But he beat out Wombo Combo, which is what he needed to do to get those extra points on.
So I think that'll make that points total for Matt then 106. So if anybody can catch up to him, we'll be finding that out in about the next 3 to 5 minutes, give or take, because while everybody's in different lobbies, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but it still follows relatively the same time schedule.
Yeah, relatively the same time schedule. Now I want to tell you another strategic thing, and right now I'm speaking to Matt. Matt, as the current leader, here's what you need to do, buddy. You need to jump in there, and you can still race. Right? Your races won't count towards your point total, but you can try to take points away from the other racers, right? So after you finish your 8 races, you can still jump back into the tournament and race. Your points won't count for you, but if you get first, then that means somebody else can't get first, right? So there's a little strategery there too as well.
Oh, wow. That is strategic. Wow. That's
That's not just strategic. That's brutal. That is. All right, we're going to actually take a little bit of a break here. We're going to roll into a couple spots here for our sponsors. Just sit back and relax and have a look at what A Kid Again brings into these children's and families and relatives' lives. They do amazing things. We're so happy to be a part of helping out a little bit with what A Kid Again does. So sit back, relax, have a look, and we'll get back to the racing in just a sec.
My name is Briston Harris. I am 12 years old and I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
When he was like 1, they diagnosed him with ASD, which is atrial septal defect, which means in short terms, hole in your heart.
At first, very apprehensive, not knowing what to expect, and then being there and realizing that, this is a place of support for my little brother and showing him that, times will get better.
Life is so busy and everybody's usually here and there, at least with one of the Kid Again events. We do it all together.
We all have really busy, hectic schedules, and it kind of requires all of us to come together in a time that's not of crisis, not of something bad. It has us come together for something beautiful.
Just being with the faculty and the staff of A Kid Again and meeting the people just makes you feel like you belong with something, and they're very loving and they care for everyone that's in the program, and it makes you feel good.
It means a lot to have this opportunity to race full time in the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
We're reaching a community that needs to be transformed in terms of unlocking their mental potential with this opportunity with EPM.
The American gift is right here. It's embodied in this opportunity. It's embodied in all of us. It's not a dream, it's an opportunity. This is America, and everything is possible.
I'm just super happy and proud to be part of this whole team and this organization and everything we're going to do from here on out.
When you put that combination of talent, hard work, and opportunity together, it lends itself to be something great. And I look forward to seeing what it matures to.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody out there. Very grateful that we get to do this, we get to have fun, and more importantly, that we're all going to make a difference together. Thank you so much.
Welcome back. We are sitting here on the starting line right now looking at Waluigi. I learned that because Joel is incredibly smart. And we're sitting here on this Waluigi getting it done. So talk us through what Waluigi is riding, the tires, the vehicle, and if you can, Joel, give us a little bit of insight into why she chose that particular combo for this particular track, because I will never not find it fascinating the way that you go about choosing the things that you choose.
It sounds like such a ridiculous question, but as you're saying it, I'm like, I would love to tell you. I would love to tell you.
there's literally nothing I would rather say right now.
It's such a funny thing, but yeah, look, this is little Ray Ray. This is Jedi's daughter. She's got Waluigi. We talked about Waluigi. She's going with a bike here, so it's the two-wheeler instead of a cart.
How's she doing this?
You tend to get a little bit better handling, so you can turn a little faster, like your turn radius is greater. Now this course is Neo Bowser City. This is one of the trickiest courses. There's like an unspoken rule within the Dad Gaming's Mario Kart League that whenever this one comes up as an option, we have to pick it. Yeah, it's because of this turn here. Look at this S turn, and look at there's no walls. She's gonna get off.
Wow, wowzers.
That was a bit Tony Romo-esque there, me calling that, but
that was Tony Romo all day.
Can we get Joel a telestrator? I think Joel needs a telestrator and a pen, and he needs to be able to do this in real time.
We got Matt out here. He's coming into the S turn. Here comes the S turn. Boom!
That's exactly what we need.
John Madden. And look, he barely hangs on there through the lightning strike, but yeah. And he's doing exactly what I told him to do. I'm proud of you, Matt. He's already got his points. He's out in front. He is just trying to be a spoiler here and take other people's points. That's what I'm talking about. True competitor.
That is so cutthroat and brutal and amazing.
Well,
for something as cheery as Mario Kart, that is wicked.
Well, little Ray Ray here, Jedi Ray. Look at her. She's very sweet and nice. She's doing the same thing. She's already finished her races too. I'm pretty sure she's just taking points away from people.
I mean, to be fair, that's what happens in the Formula One World Championship and even other motorsports as well throughout the world, right? I mean, you'll have guys that'll wrap the championship of 2-3 races early, but they still turn up to the other races, and that prevents people behind them, even though they can't catch up to them, they can't get as many points to race with each other.
Yeah, they can't play around with the standings as far as team standings and things like that come into play. So you have drivers always playing team tactics, trying to get a manufacturer's championship along with the individual points rankings, and all of that comes into play in the real world. It comes into play in Mario Kart, and quite honestly, this may be more intense than the F1 World Championship. The F1 World Championship was pretty darn intense this year.
It was intense, and it's still intense. I mean, we're living with the issue that happened that day, or the issues that happened. I mean, there's so much turmoil going right now in that world, but the turmoil happens in any kind of motorsport, any sport. And earlier when I was watching the last race, it looked like she had like a ton of different I guess weapons of choices that she could pick from that were swirling around her. I mean, I think I saw mushrooms, I saw the shells, I saw banana peels. I've never been able to do that. I've only been able to have one option at one time. So Joel, like how do you even do that? That was crazy.
So when you get the Mario Kart 8 logo, the 8 is kind of like an infinity symbol. And you can get an infinity symbol item, and it's and you can go through pretty much all of those items. It's actually not ideal because you don't really know which one is which. You just kind of unload all of them, and you can kind of end up, inflicting some damage on yourself that way. But you get pretty much every trick in the bag. Yeah, every cow.
I know the Crazy 8 personally.
Yeah, the crazy 8. There you go. Yep.
Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that the 8 was an infinite. Wow, that's an Easter egg right there.
Yeah, look at Matt coming into the final lap here. He's got a blue shell coming for him. He's out there in first. Blue shell's coming. See, he hit the cow.
Yeah,
And now the blue shell doesn't affect him. I don't know if he hit the cow on purpose, but that's a good move.
Poor
right, is
cow.
what we were talking about before.
No
Okay,
animals were harmed in this, by the way.
Is it a good
Pretty
move?
much all
I'm seriously I'm gonna just let this dad joke go. Is it a good move or is it a good move?
Okay, we're all working together after that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I couldn't. It had to happen. It was gonna sit there in the back of my brain. There's no way in the world that I couldn't. I had to let it out.
And Sean, you're gonna milk that one forever.
Probably. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to hit you with another one. So, fellow dads, if you saw, yeah, that was a good one. So, if you saw a cow laying down, what would you call it?
Please no.
I don't know.
Ground beef.
Oh god.
It's like a laugh track except a groan track. I appreciate that, fellas.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh yeah.
We can go Price is Right. We can go wah 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 wah.
Swinging and Scotland.
Oh, it's amazing.
Guys, I haven't seen the standings change recently. Could we do like a recap of what the prizes are for this tournament? Because I feel like we may have a final podium.
We can do that. Give me just a sec, and I will pull that up because, unlike Joel, who is an unlimited font of knowledge, I don't have all this memorized. So the kids prize pool for this event, the same as the prize pool was for the last event. Third place, a Super Mario hat will go out to our third place finisher in the kids run. Second place gets a Hot Wheels Mario Kart Circuit Light track set, which is really cool when I want it. And first place, really need to grab a couple of these. This ignites the 10-year-old in me and the 51-year-old in me in a big way. First place gets a Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. If you have not seen this, if you have not played with one of these, I cannot recommend it enough. You literally get an RC car that is a Mario in a kart, or I think it's Mario, Luigi. Are those the only two, Joel? Do you know if there are more than the Mario and the Luigi? I've seen the red and the green cars.
Sure.
And then you get to set up a track around your house. And then you use your Switch to race with the Mario, with the live RC carts, and you see it on your screen. So it's a first-person view, augmented reality, absolutely amazing thing. So first place in the kids event gets a Mario Kart Live Home Circuit kit. I'm pretty sure that the adults would like that as well, but the adults do not get that. They can go buy their own, because in the adult prize pool, we have $50 going to third place, $100 going to second place, and $150 going to first place. Amazing stuff. And while I'm on the subject of fundage, let's go ahead and give a shout out to A Kid Again, and also remind folks that you can head over to A Kid Again and actually donate to A Kid Again so they can help bring some fun into the kids and families' lives that are going through these life-changing events. They do amazing things. Check out A Kid Again's website, and please, when you're opening up that browser and you're checking out what they do, give generously. Give what you can. $1 helps. 20 is better. And every little bit helps what these folks are doing, and they do really, really, really amazing things.
I love it. And here I want to do something. Can we cut back to our faces here? I know Jesse's got to run in a little bit, but I know Jesse's buddies with Emmitt Smith from the Dallas Cowboys. Jesse, if I can get you in your best announcer voice to give us a who day, I will donate $50 to A Kid Again. So I'm going to clip this. I'm going to clip this for all the Bengals fans out there. It's AFC Championship Eve. We got a big game tomorrow. Let's hear. Can I get a who day?
That That's more brutal than anything we've seen in the racing today, folks. This
So wait,
this
how do I
is
say
wonderful.
it again? Who Day? Is that what I say?
Who Day? Yeah, it's the rally. It's the rally call for the Cincinnati Bengals. So today, Jesse, you are an honorary Cincinnati Bengals fan.
Oh my.
So for all the Bengals fans out there, I want to give you an honorary Who Day.
That's $50, Joel.
All right, that's worth $50.
That is amazing. That is
Jesse, you're a good
amazing.
luck charm. We're gonna bring on the AFC Championship for you tomorrow.
Boom, there you go.
Luckily, Jesse has one of the biggest spirits in any individual that I've ever met in my entire life, and we're very fortunate to get to work with him. But that spirit it died just a little bit right there when you said that. For sure, like just a little bit of that light.
Go Cowboys, go Cowboys, by the way.
It dimmed for just a second as those words came out of his mouth. That was amazing.
Cowboys
You can see it in his eyes.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. The glimmer went away a little bit. That was Joel.
The dark side started consuming me.
That was an amazing request, Joel. An amazing.
Yeah, I'm pleased. I'm going into the link right now to donate the money.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Oh, that's good stuff. That is good stuff. So we're back on track. Who are we back on track with here? We're back on track with Matt. Matt is sliding around. These vehicles have names. What's the name of what he's driving / flying / he's hovering right now, basically. The tires.
Again, I wish I didn't know the answer to this, but I do, and I'd love
I know
to
you
tell
do. That's why I asked. I wouldn't have asked if you weren't here.
This is a bitty buggy. It's a bitty buggy is the name of the vehicle. And it's a great choice of vehicle. But I usually go bitty buggy or I go wild wiggler myself.
Hey, I want to point something out here. He knew he wasn't going to beat that blue shell, so he slowed down. So second place got caught in the blast with him. So that way he wouldn't be passed for the lead.
That's right. He was trying to get PJ with the blue shell. Did it get PJ? I couldn't tell.
It did.
Wow, that's a pro move right there.
That is situational awareness on a level.
That is legit.
That is seriously like Le Mans winning, F1 World Championship, NASCAR Championship winning presence of mind. That is, to be able to know that that's coming, concentrate on what's going on in front of you, concentrate on doing whatever you're doing with the weapons of choice, and getting that drift just right, and all of that stuff. They're thinking in 4 or 5D. Like it's otherworldly. It's alien. It's amazing to watch. Being able to link all that stuff together and show folks that this is so much more than just a cartoony video game. It is so in depth. Crazy.
He brings home the win. Yeah, really impressive. I want to invite Matt to participate in the adult tournament for sure. I mean, any of the kids are welcome to, but Matt, this is some legit skills. I hope he makes it out. I hope he makes it out for the adult tournament too, which starts in 4 minutes, by the way.
Are you ready though? That's the question.
You know, I'm gonna have to go jog some laps around my house.
Get warmed up. Get the blood
release some of this nervous energy. I'll be ready to go.
Are you gonna get jogged? Really? Can you take the camera out and we can watch you running some laps?
We need to play the Rocky music. So
exactly. I was literally getting ready to go. Yeah.
I'll do some push-ups. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have you have a large set of stairs that you can run up?
It's outside in the Philly cold.
Yeah, it's not big enough. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take the blue shell that's behind me, and I'm gonna jog around my house holding it, and taunting my kids.
Add weight to the blue shell. Wear like a weight vest.
Oh man. In all seriousness, I was telling you guys, and this is serious, I will be a little bit more quiet for the adult tournament because I'm gonna be focused. But you'll hear me, exclaiming with joy, or more likely,
grunting a little bit.
Grunting in agony. Yeah, you'll see.
After what you just did to Jesse, I'm pretty sure he's probably going to stick around just long enough to get in your ear and bug you.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Jesse, who's your team? Your team, I mean, the Cowboys, obviously.
Cowboys all day.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less.
All right. No other favorite teams. Just the Cowboys.
That's the Cowboys.
All right.
Cowboys.
I respect that. I respect that.
When I did pay attention to football on a larger scale as a younger lad, I was all about the Seahawks, man, and they made me happy for a couple of years, and then everything seemed to go away. But I Seahawks were my favorite team when they joined the league back. What was it, '76 that they joined the league? And I was actually a Cowboys fan before that, but the Seahawks had cooler helmets. Just gonna throw that out there.
That's what matters when you're a kid. Who's got the coolest helmets?
When you're 6 or 7, yeah.
Yeah.
When you're 6 or 7,
True.
That's everything. Just watching the drift, like Jesse, I know you drift all the time in the real world. You drift on the sim as well. You drift in Assetto Corsa quite a bit.
Yeah.
I like to get it sideways in the real world a little bit, and in Assetto as well. And there's a DriftX online is a heck of a lot of fun. It's definitely more of a video game, but watching the way they link the transitions is really, like, if you've ever paid attention to Formula D or you've ever tried to transition a car from sliding to the left to sliding to the right, it requires a serious level of hand-eye coordination.
Oh yeah.
And the motor skills involved are obviously not quite the same here in Mario Kart, but being able to link all of that together is cognitive chaos in the best way, man. It's really cool to see.
Yeah.
Where is she at in the standings right now? Now we're back on with the pro here. Hopefully he will stick around for. I don't know what that face was, but he was very excited. Matt wins again. How about that?
He's getting so many wins and coming in first again. He's looking solid. Yeah.
Matt just taking him out right and left. I think we're just about out of time on this one, aren't we, guys? The kids tournament is winding down, I think, as we speak.
That's it. Yeah, it's getting there.
I think they can get underway right now. It is 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. I think that the adult tournament is available. It is.
Right, so this is where it's really going to kick off then.
It's about to get crazy.
It's gonna get crazy. I'm gonna step away for a second, guys. I gotta use a restroom, and I gotta get some Gatorade, and then I will be back and ready to race. But in the meantime, it looks like this is Mickey Wins, as you're seeing here. He may be one of the favorites to win the adult tournament, so keep your eye on him. I know I will. He's laughing at what I just said. I think he's like, come on, don't put that pressure on me.
in our first event, Mickey was right up there. It was you and Mickey, and I can't remember the third driver that was y'all were all about it. Like it was going back and forth throughout the whole event. So
could have been Dave Tucker. I'm not sure.
Looking forward to seeing what you guys have in store for us this afternoon. It's going to be even more. Well, I don't know about even more fun. It's going to be the same level of fun. How's that?
Yeah, maximum fun. Tied for first.
Maximum funnage.
All right, guys, I'm going to be right back.
All right, Joel, go get your Gatorade. Get ready. Make it happen. Adult tournament is underway. Just got word from the young man who was having some difficulties in the kids' events. Like Joel was saying earlier, the kids are more than welcome to stick around and run in the adult event as well. PJ, who had some glitches with the Switch in the first round of the kids event, is now jumped into the adult tournament. So he is going to get to race. Yay. That is always a good thing.
He's good. He is.
Is he good?
So when I was referencing earlier about, I jumped in and played with some people, I played against him. And, he's, I can't remember how old he is. He might be like 7, 8, 9, 10, something. Can't remember exactly, but, definitely a lot younger than me.
He's a youngin'.
He's a youngin'. He's a kid. And when I say he waxed me, he pretty much waxed me. I couldn't see him most of every single race. I couldn't see it. I couldn't even find him anymore. He was just so gone. And I felt like I'm not a bad karter on here. and he made me look like I did not belong on this game.
Kimberly, his mom just said that he's 9. So you were right in. You were right.
Yeah, I was in the ballpark, and he destroyed me. He destroyed me every race. Every race, no mercy, zero mercy.
That's what I'm talking about. That is absolutely what I'm talking about. I can't get over the amount of choices there are with the way that you set things up for these tournaments, for these races. Like, I know that Joel was saying earlier that Waluigi was one of the favorites. We are seeing a lot of Waluigi out there, but the choice of vehicle, the choice of tires, the choice of glider is so diverse. And the fact that all of them behave differently hurts my brain a little bit. Like, it's amazing that they've built all of that disparity between the choices in here, and just a lot of fun to watch, and trying to just soak up the reasons why folks are doing what they're doing. What do we have here? We have Satsuki out in
I believe this is Black Mamba at the moment.
Is it Black Mamba? Okay. Block Mamba. It's Block Mamba. I remember Block Mamba from the first event. Yeah, Block Mamba. I think that is all right. If I'm right, smile or move a little bit. Is Block Mamba a blockchain reference, or no? Is it something else? And I'm getting no movement from him right now. So
Wouldn't know what to tell you there.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, there's a drive-by inking.
Buddy Remo's back, and I don't know that I have an explanation either, but possibly like a Minecraft thing.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Could be a Minecraft thing. I get that.
Guys, I'm putting in my credit card info on the donation for Jesse's Who Day, and then I'm going to start racing.
Yeah.
How often are you going to bring that up, Joel? As often as possible?
Well, I can't wait. I can't wait to clip it after and post.
Just put, like, literally create a looped 24-hour. It's just nothing but going back and forth with him going, who day. I think it's the right thing to do.
There's going to be a falling out with Emmett.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Too many amazing things have already happened, and there are too many amazing things on the horizon. Yeah, let's not do that. So watching now, we have someone who has chosen Donkey Kong Jr., which I don't know that I've ever seen anyone racing Donkey Kong Jr. I guess maybe he chose that last time. I'm not sure, but it's just crazy, man. Like, I can't get over it. I can't get over how cool this is.
I wanted to correct you. That is the very much grown-up Donkey Kong.
Oh, is that the grown-up Donkey Kong?
That is the grown-up Donkey Kong. Diddy Kong, I do not believe, is on course at the moment.
I guess that's not Junior. Okay. Look, man, I'm 51 with a failing brain. So things happen. You
can just see the plethora of Waluigi heads just looking to steep up behind our primate friend, though.
Right? So he has a boomerang, just got hit.
Oh, it got somebody on the rebound, I think, there. That is the one very, very cool thing about that boomerang, is the fact that you really have two opportunities to hit people. You can get it once when you fling it out, and then the second time when it flies back in.
And those big, like, chomper bomb things that are on chains sitting out in the middle of the track, if you hit one of those, will it blow up if you hit one? Or is it just
blow up? They aren't bombs, but they are big lead balls. So you do get set a bit spinning around a little bit if you do hit them. So they are still something you definitely want to try to avoid. And gotcha. How about that for a Waluigi lockout of the top 5?
Not shocking, evidently. We have been told by the master that is not a shocking thing at all. Joel's back from his jog. Do you have Gatorade? Are you hydrated?
I have a glass of water. So I don't have the electrolytes, but I just have
that does not have what plants crave. That's brave it all.
That's right. That's a good movie.
Oh, it's a great movie. So before we truly, I mean, that was the first race that we're going to show you guys of the adult tournament here. PJ finally got in, so PJ's racing with us in the adult tournament. Hopefully Matt stuck around. Joel's getting ready to hit the track. Now might be a good time to show folks a couple more spots and what our sponsors are up to there, Mr. Producer. I think now might be a good time to break away for a couple of those. We'll come back on the other side with the adult tournament and see who takes home the money.
My name is Briston Harris. I am 12 years old and I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
When he was like one, they diagnosed him with ASD, which is atrial septal defect, which means in short terms, hole in your heart.
At first, very apprehensive, not knowing what to expect, and then being there and realizing that, this is a place of support for my little brother, and showing him that, times will get better.
Life is so busy, and everybody's usually here and there. At least with one of the Kid Again events, we do it all together.
We all have like really busy, hectic schedules, and it kind of requires all of us to come together in a time that's not of crisis, not of something bad. It has us come together for something beautiful.
Just being with the faculty and, the staff of a Kid Again and meeting the people just makes you feel like you belong with something, and they're very loving and they care for like everyone that's in the program, and it makes you feel good.
It means a lot to have this opportunity to race full-time in the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
We're reaching a community that needs to be transformed in terms of unlocking their mental potential with this opportunity with EPM.
The American gift is right here. It's embodied in this opportunity. It's embodied in all of us. It's not a dream, it's an opportunity. This is America, and everything is possible.
I'm just super happy and proud to be part of this whole team and this organization and everything we're going to do from here on out.
When you put that combination of talent, hard work, and opportunity together, it lends itself to be something great. And I look forward to seeing what it matures to.
First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody out there. Very grateful that we get to do this, we get to have fun, and more importantly, that we're all going to make a difference together. Thank you so much.
Struggle finding someone to race with, someone to compete with, or flat out, someone just to give the Gap sauce? Well, you should check out the Gapum app.
Gapum is the only app that will allow you to race people locally, share videos, and attend events.
And after you race, you can actually take your racing video and post it in the Gapum Postum section so the whole world can see. Not a racer, you can always head to our Gapum app crew mode section where you and some friends can continue to meet up, go to car meets, go to car events, car shows, anything that has nothing to do with going to the racetrack.
Gapum is a one-stop shop for the car world.
Looks like I just got a match on the Gapple map. Time to serve someone some Gapple beans.
Ready, set, Gapple.
Welcome back to the Fiesta Cup presented by Equity Prime Mortgage. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank everyone for hopping on and racing with us here today. We're having an absolute blast here with Mario Kart. We're in the middle of the adult tournament here this afternoon. $300 prize pool on the line. Racing for a Kid again. Our sponsors that have come on board with us: Kalita Motorsports. Let's see here, White Castle. It's all an amazing event. Cedar Fair's come on board with us. They're back for round 2. We're having an absolutely amazing time watching right now. Donkey Kong unleash all the fury on the competitors in front of him. So let's see here. We've got in front of them is actually Joel, who has joined us in the booth, and Donkey Kong going off the side of the world. What do we call this level? I'm going to call this level Disco Bridge, even though I know it's not the name of it.
This is Rainbow Road, baby. This is a classic.
This is Rainbow Road? Okay.
This is the OG Rainbow Road from the, not the Nintendo 64, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, the SNES.
That's why you're here, Nolan. That is why you're here. Literally, like, thank you for your services, Nolan.
I don't know much, but I do know. I know the most chaotic tracks on this on Mario Kart. I know that much.
Yeah, that's
yeah, I got third again, two thirds. I'm going into race 3. I got 20 points. You know, a third or better, I think, is what it's going to take in pretty much every race to bring home the crown today. It's tough. I'm in this lobby, and there's a guy in this lobby, Jem. He's got the purple hair with the crazy face. He's actually in Sweden. So we have an international Mario Kart competition going on today, fellas, and he's quite good at this game too.
Love it. That's truly one of the reasons why we wanted to jump into Mario Kart. The other reasons are we want to just bring in this giant community. We want to start creating, and well, we actually started creating this over a year ago now at the ERA. So, but we want to reach out and actually get folks from all over the world involved in e-racing association events, and seeing someone from the other side of the world from where we're at hopping in it's just the start. And we'd like to go ahead and welcome and invite anyone and everyone who has a Switch or who doesn't have a Switch, who might want to jump in and just have some fun with us. We're doing this once a quarter. We're running Mario Kart events once a quarter at the E-Racing Association. We also run a once a quarter iRacing event. All of our iRacing events are definitely larger scale prize pools, typically $5,000 in cash and prizes. And we divide that prize pool up amongst the podium. And we also do Gran Turismo Sport, which is Gran Turismo Sport does not require you to be a paying member at this stage of the game. You can jump into eragaming.gg and sign up for any of our tournaments. We have the Fiesta Cup, which is what you're watching right now. We have Gran Turismo Sport, which more than likely will be switching over to Gran Turismo 7 as that title's released. I hope we get a hold of that in March, like they were saying, but there's been some rumors that might get pushed back a little bit, which wouldn't be shocking, but I'd rather them deliver us a properly complete experience than something that may or may not be completely done.
No,
fully cooked. There's Joel yelling means he got hit by someone. I don't know what went down, but that was likely
backwards. That's what got him.
Shell to the backside.
I was just upset about the Gran Turismo thing that you're saying.
Is that what it was? No, not Gran Turismo. No way.
No, I was skating away with it. I was in first, but this is a ridiculously stupid course. I just have to say that it just really is. This is the dumbest one in the game.
How do you really feel?
It is the Bowman Gray of Mario Kart.
This is the Jar Jar Binks of Mario Kart courses.
Wow, that's a stretch.
Are we going to see people we're going to see the characters getting out of the carts, and if it's Bowman Gray, the characters have to be able to goes directly from Mario Kart mode to Smash Brothers mode.
Right?
How amazing would that
I like that. Yeah. Yeah, combine them all.
How amazing would that be? Like literally at the end of the race, you're not happy with that last shell, you're not happy with that lightning bolt or the squid ink, then you get out and you just go into Smash Brothers mode and settle it.
Yeah, Blades of Steel. Do you guys know Blades of Steel?
Yeah, Blades of Steel.
Old school hockey, but you can fist fight. Oh, it's the best.
It was so bad. It was so, like you reached out and grabbed them and sort of like it was just the punching was just so bad, but it was the best thing. It was the best thing ever when it came out.
Are you guys on Block Mamba there?
Yep.
He's so I'm in this race with him. It's only me and him in this lobby because a bunch of people started a new one after they finished their 4th race. But this is that course we were talking about earlier. This is Neo Bowser City. It's pretty intense.
It is pretty intense. And the fact that they created some of these with ways that you can fall off the edge of the world, that's just mean. It's just...
I'm about to hit him with this red. Bam. Peace.
So I am actually curious here. Is this, did you mean, hey, did you see you were going to hit your buddy there? Oh, wow. He didn't use the boombox. I totally expected him to use the boombox there.
Well, you don't have a lot of time there. And I was right behind him, so I knew he wouldn't get much warning. So it would have been tough for him to pull that off.
So I am curious, what CC is being used? Is this 150 or 200?
This is 150. This is 150. Sorry.
That's what I thought.
Yep, this is 150, and that was we're running 150s for both on the suggestion of a very smart person that may or may not be in the booth with us right now. But I can't talk right now because heated battle.
Yeah.
Block Mamba literally back in first, just got the squid ink. Can't see well, here's the thing with the squid ink. It's kind of an impediment, but you can, if you know what you're doing, and I'll ask Joel, I'll just ask the question now, don't comment on it now, but how bad is the squid ink with regard to progress? And you can comment on that after this race, Joel. I'm just going to throw that out there. But all right, back on board with Matt. Matt is getting it done in the adult tournament as well. Oh, he's watching Joel. Okay.
I have to say, I think I could probably answer the question for you here, Sean, in regards to your little ink block problem there. I think it depends on where you get hit with it at, not just in terms of where you're at on the circuit, but where it's at on your screen, right? Because if it's like just more splattered on the edges, because this can be a bit random, you're more or less going to be fine. But if it's like splattered all around the middle in a really twisty area of the racetrack, you're essentially screwed until you can try to find a way out.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yep, got you now.
That was there's a lot to cover here. That was an intense race. I got hit and I moved my leg and I hit the wire on my mic. So it was just classic streaming problems. But dude, I came back from that one. He got hit with the blue shell and then I hit him with the red shell. Like right after that. In the industry, that's what we call getting perped. Because it's a purple, it's a mix of blue and red. And then I pulled off the victory. So that's one thing. Now, the other thing I would say is the squid ink is not random. I think it's always the same. It's always the same coverage. It's in the same spots, yeah. And I would say this, that if you know the course, which most of the people in these tournaments do at this point, then it's really not that big of a deal because you kind of know where you're going anyway. But it does make it tougher to see things like, bananas that may be like laying in the track that you need to dodge, right?
It's amazing.
It's interesting that you...
Ninja at the top of the charts there. TVG 022 in P2. Couldn't see who was in P3. We're back and I'm going to turn it back over to you, Nolan. Didn't mean to cut you off, but we had standings and I wanted to get at least a little bit of a rundown there.
I find it a bit interesting that the ink spots aren't random because now keep in mind, I have not played Mario Kart 8 very often. I don't own the game myself, so I've played it usually when I go over to a friend's or relative's house. I did, however, spent a lot of my time on Mario Kart Wii, and in the Wii version, the spots are random, and I never noticed the pattern to be the same. So that's why I was kind of assuming that it was the same way for Mario Kart 8, because I never noticed the pattern being the same. But that being said, I don't have like 100 hours on Mario Kart 8 either, so I wouldn't be able to properly, judge that myself. So I'll take the word.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm saying things with just a ton of confidence because I'm trying to be the expert. But just like Tony Romo does,
You're straight up Tony Romo.
We can. Yeah, we should give it a goog.
That was like that left-hander is a couple corners ago. There was a left-hander that went on forever, and it's just pitch it sideways and hold it there all the way around these gigantic. I mean, that was more than a 180-degree turn, and it's just drift.
Yeah, constant drift. It's really the name of the game.
This track has a lot going on. Like, and then there's shortcuts, and that's something that really got into at the I think it was the airport level last time. Someone just grabbed a sword?
That sounds about right.
I swear.
Mario Kart.
All right.
Break out some of the Smash Brothers and take Link's sword out and just hurl that at an enemy. See how that goes.
That was crazy. I dodged the subway. This is like the New York level. It's just a typical day in New York City.
With bullets flying everywhere.
Grabbing swords, dodging bullets. Like, yeah, it's typical urban day in America.
Sounds more like a Chicago or Detroit thing, but you.
It's getting sweaty. As we say in the Dead Gaming League, it's getting a little chippy. It's getting a little bit chippy out there. I got hit with maybe 6 red shells that round, but I came in 3rd. And as I said, I got to get 3rd or better to have a chance.
So all bets are off, is what you're saying?
No, so far I think I've gotten 3rd, 1st, 3rd. I think is my finishes.
All bets are off. Unleash the full power of this.
So I'm still in it. We'll see. It's really hard to tell at this point because, like you guys saw, different people are at different numbers of races complete.
Right.
So some people may be done with 6 or 7, and then I think I'm earlier on because I had to take that break to go for a jog.
Right. You got to limber up. You got to take this as seriously as it deserves to be taken.
So I have 55 points heading into race 6.
Whoa, what did we just see there? That was a track jump.
I didn't even think that was possible at this place.
That was kind of like
exactly. That was the same one. You can go off the edge there and cut a little corner.
That wasn't a little corner.
Making sure that he can block any obstacles that may be behind him, assuming it comes from square on and not from the side. It's a bit awkward having to hold a red shell when you know there's nobody in front of you. It kind of makes you wonder if you can afford letting one guy through. Do you want to do that just to slow him right back down again and be that guy?
Defense wins championships, fellas. You gotta keep that red shell back there.
And it helped out because it just blocked a secondary red shell that was coming at him.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. You always need to have that back. Even if I'm in 4th or 5th and I get a red shell and there are clearly people in front of me, if it's early on, I will keep that red shell behind me. I won't use it. I'll keep it as defense. And then if I come across a double item, then I'll use the red shell to pick up the 2 items to replace it with.
Yeah, there's so many things that you have to keep in mind to do this well. It's not keep the car that's behind me. It's what are they getting ready to throw at me? What do I have behind me in order to block it? What's up in front? Can I grab another power up? It's amazing. It's amazing.
I just had a bomb and I threw it forward to try to hit the person in front of me in first place. It was a Jinja Ninja. And it hit a light post and bounced back.
Did it get you in the process, or did
it didn't get me? So I was lucky.
Okay.
But
okay.
Oh, heads up. Coming at you, Joel.
Yeah. Donkey Kong was mad. Donkey Kong was very mad.
Stream sniping, right? There's a little bit of a delay on the stream, and I'm locked on this on my screen. So.
Was that? Did you just unleash fury on Donkey Kong there?
That was a blue shell headed for your leader. Could this actually be? That's at the line. Oh, just manages to finish in second place. Ninja just getting out in front at the line.
This is so much fun.
Some good racing there. Jedi's a solid racer. He got second there, and then Ginger Ninja out there in first. I got fourth. Not good.
Oh no. What?
Ginger Ninja with 102 points. I wonder if that's their last race.
Are they out?
Could be. That's a lot of points. That's a lot of points for 8 races. That's pretty solid. If so, I don't think I can catch that point total. Ginger Ninja may be the leader.
Back on with Block Mamba. This is Block Mamba's final race. These races do go by quick. There's no doubt these races go by quick. I mean, in the future, who knows? Like, are we going to stick with 8 race tournaments? Are we going to up that? Are we going to keep tournaments open for days? Or like, there's so many different ways we can set this up, y'all. And as we grow this, obviously, we're going to get community involvement. We want to know, what do you guys want to race? And, what would get you in here and trading shells with other racers? Do you want longer events? Do you want more races during the actual broadcast? How do you want us to structure these things? Because at the end of the day, these tournaments are for y'all. These tournaments are for y'all. We want everybody to jump in and have fun, and we want to make sure that everyone is getting what they want out of the experience. Now, obviously, we cannot accommodate every request. Don't think that we can. Not possible, but we'll do our best. Definitely do our best. Back at Rainbow Road, and thank you for correcting me. I still like Disco Bridge, but I'll go with Rainbow Road 5.
It's a very flat track. It's surprisingly flat, right? Because you didn't even, I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you even had the, back in the SNES days, the thwomps that would, there's a bomb in the face. But you didn't even
That's
have,
from me.
You wouldn't have the thwomps that would send the Rainbow Bridge like kind of whippering up and down. The challenge was just the fact that it was so easy to go flying off the sides. I might be wrong in saying that, but...
I can't recall, but this course is one of my faves. I really like this, and Mario Kart 8 at least.
I like the way that the road actually undulates underneath you. Like it's flat until you start heading towards it, and then it starts waving around and creates like that right there with there was a little, that right there. The waviness that happens, and how bad does that throw you off? Like, or I guess in a straight line, it really wouldn't matter, but I would imagine in the middle of a corner when the road starts wiggling around like that.
The thing about the waviness is it doesn't throw you off necessarily. It actually gives you an advantage. If you are, so when you go off a little ramp, anytime your cart goes airborne, if you hit the little jump button right before it happens, that's when you do that little dance move that Jesse was laughing about earlier, and it gives you a little bit of a boost. So on those waves, if you go off of the wave, you can get a little boost if you do the jump move.
Interesting.
Oh, using the golden mushroom is a very high risk on a track like this where you can just go screaming off the edge. I've never been able to use that successfully on this track. Usually I go flying off the edge. It just completely negates any advantage you would have gained from it on any other circuit.
Ginger Ninja, 117 points. That had to have been their last race. I think that's probably it for Ginger Ninja, but that's probably uncatchable.
You're hoping that was their last race.
I'm out of this. I'm not in contention anymore. I got fourth. I got fourth on a couple of them. I'm out of contention. It's
no!
Good. I think I have one more race.
Fiesta Cup Tournament 1 winner coming back to defend the title. Joel Willis sitting here in the booth with us, admitting defeat in Fiesta Cup event number 2. He's conceding. He's conceding early.
Yeah, he's not catchable. Yeah, there's the results. I got 73 Ginger Ninja with 117. So I have 1 race left. I'm actually in a lobby by myself, so I can't race until somebody joins.
Matt up there in the top 3. Matt,
look at that.
Matt getting it done. Absolutely.
You'd love to see it. That's really cool.
And still going.
Yeah, Matt. I was getting ready to say Matt's not playing any games, but he is. We're watching him.
Just the one. Yeah, just
this game. Matt's only playing this game.
No other games.
What avatar is he using?
Did he just do that?
I've seen that one. He did.
I would have literally never thought to use the leaves as a shortcut. I would have never put that together. My brain would not have allowed that. Incredible.
I believe Matt's using a me avatar, which you can kind of customize.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you're right. No kidding. Good eye there on Matt to be able to slow up for that blue shell, so that way the red shell wouldn't affect him right after the fact. Kind of take both hits on the chin right at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. It cancels out one or the other. I think if you had to choose, you'd rather have the red, but either way, you don't want to get both.
Blue was going to hit him first, so may as well just get hit by the blue and then not get hit by the red later on. Here he goes again with the leaves.
All right, is Matt's me wearing a Sonic the Hedgehog hat?
It looks like it.
Full suit, it looks like.
Okay, all right.
That's what kind of threw me off guard at first. I was like, I don't recognize seeing this on the Mario Kart.
It's like, why is Sonic in here?
Yeah, I was like, I thought that was a Sega thing, not a Nintendo thing.
And yet, there he is. There he is. It's all of these, like a lot of these tracks that we've seen here in this event, we did not see in the last event. So really cool to see the variety, and really cool to see Matt come out of
that blue shell's coming at the worst time.
Oh, done. Hit hard.
Oh no, that might do it. That might be the race. He's got to make this shortcut. No, the leaves. That's the risk and reward factor you have to take with easy shortcuts like that, and just get into the worst time, and that'll fall him down to second for the race.
And Joel in the background yelling no. Oh, Joel's in pain.
It's not going well for Joel, it would seem.
I'm back on that subway track again, and it's brutal.
Brutalizing you. It's tearing you up.
It's not my day, guys. It's not my day.
It's gonna be okay though, because I mean, you got Jesse to do what you got Jesse to do earlier. So
yeah, I'm not concerned as long as the Bengals win tomorrow.
That's what it's about.
Yeah. So Joe Burrow, if you're watching, Jamar Chase, if you're watching, bring it home tomorrow.
Oh, this is so much fun to watch, y'all. So much fun to watch. Thanks for coming out, Joel. Much appreciated. Nolan, thank you for jumping in the booth with me here today. You're adding a lot more technical insight to this than I could, man. You've obviously got a lot more time under your belt with this than I do. So thank you so much for jumping in and adding some polish. Need all the polish I can get, sir. Much appreciated.
Well, my 3 years on iRacing have told me that I'm no good at racing there, so I may as well be good on racing in an arcade racer, right?
You find your niche. Find your niche and jump in. Absolutely.
You guys need to do some marble racing. You guys ever see some marble racing?
Marbula 1.
Marbles on stream.
Marble racing is literally pure luck. I'll say that much. You just got to get into the first little spiral, and then from there you're good to go.
It is pure luck, but there's something about it. It gets me so excited. It's so fun to watch.
There is actually a marble game that you can actually download, I think for free, and you can have like 1,000 marbles on one track, and it is the killer of all frame rates.
The one that I'm talking about is marbles on stream, and basically your viewers can all jump in and participate, right? Like they all join within Twitch, and it gives them a marble, right? If you want to do a viewer giveaway, yeah, it's so great.
Yeah, I've watched several of those, and have you ever watched it's called Marbula 1, and it's real world. Like they have, it's a marble company that does it, and they've set up these huge tracks with these electric elevators that bring the marbles back up to the top, so that it's downhill running, and it's crazy. And they call the events just like we're calling this. Just lots of fun to watch for whatever. It's almost zen. It's like meditation watching it. And the digital version is kind of the same, like you said, Joel. It is fun to watch, and I don't know why. It just is. It just is. Whereas this is fun to watch because there's intense racing and battle, and it's crazy. The strategy that goes into Mario Kart is always maybe not always going to baffle me, but right now it baffles me.
Yeah, give it a couple of weeks. You're going to be a Mario Kart expert.
Mickey
like
wins.
This guy we're seeing here, Mickey wins. He's exceptional. I'm looking at the standings.
I think he was P2 in Fiesta Cup #1. I think
that's right. He was. Yep. As it stands right now, what I see in the standings is he's tied for 8th with 70 points. Again, Ginger Ninja in first, 117. Oh, look at this. Oh, he just missed with the green shell snipe.
And they got hit by himself after the checker flag.
Came back around and got him.
After the checker flag, thank goodness. But I mean, that's a bit of an insult to injury right there. I've had that happen to me more than once. You'll fire a green shell off at somebody, and then it'll just come back and just hit you instead. It's just like, why? Like, why are you like this, physics?
Because I
was not my friend.
I was programmed this way. That's why I'm like this. It's because the algorithm says so.
I remember once I had this green shell, right? And I had this angles all lined up. It was a surefire hit. I was going to ricochet off 2 different walls to get the guy. And I fired the green shell, and it comes back. And instead of, like bouncing off the walls like I wanted it to, some reason just flipped the full 180, and then just I had nowhere to go. It just hit me head on. I was thinking, okay, cool. That's how it's gonna be.
This is how we're playing that game today. Nothing is gonna go my way.
I think that they are too. I think pretty much everyone's done. I think I saw Mickey wins, and it looked like he was doing extra races, so he was doing the take points away from people kind of situation. Yeah. So if I look at, we should be able to look at the standings at least preliminarily and see
right now.
Are you able to share that on screen? If not, I can speak to it. Yeah, sure.
I can I can hold it up while you talk about it if you want me to.
Yeah.
If you want to go back to the camera, I can literally show folks what's going on.
Your phone up here.
There.
Well, first, before we do this, Sean, I want to tell you guys just for baseline purposes, the last Fiesta Cup, I've already said this many times, but I was the winner. No big deal. But I just want to say the winning point total in that one was 103. 103.
The deadpan delivery was so wonderful. I just want to go ahead and
it's not a problem, but it's not an issue. Like I mean, many people have won Fiesta Cups. Oh no, it was just me. That was the only one. I'm here to tell you we're gonna get a new winner today, so it's okay.
That was pretty evident on that one.
So I had the winning total with 103 last time. Mickey Wins was in second last time. This is last time's scores, 97, and then Ginger Ninja 91, Block Mamba 86, Dan Tucker 86. So that was where we were last time. For this one, Ginger Ninja, 117 points.
Ooh.
So pretty exceptional racing, and he was in third last time, and it looks like he's gonna bring home the crown this time. So congrats to Ginger Ninja.
Yeah, the point totals are up there. Like does that mean that I guess Ginger just won everything? He just went out. What would be a perfect score over 8 races? Because I should know that, but I don't. 200?
200 points.
Okay.
Uh,
I would imagine that would be almost impossible to do. Just to sweep the whole thing.
well, no. It would be, so you get, for first place, you get 15 points. Yeah.
Oh, it's 15, not 25.
15.
Okay, that makes it 120 then.
120. So Ginger Ninja was that close to perfect.
It's super impressive.
Of course it's 15. It's always been 15. I'm on Formula 1 point standings here.
I was gonna say, y'all correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I think it's 15. I think, and then second place would be 12 points. So there's a differentiation of 3 there. So that means Ginger Ninja had 7 first place finishes, 1 second place finish. That's crazy.
I would go ahead and like to go on record as calling that a pummeling.
Yeah, well done.
That was a clinic. And I would also like to go on record. I mean, HSB with 106 and P2, amazing run. But Matt coming off of a win in the kids tournament and then jumping into the adults tournament and finishing P3. Are you kidding?
Look at that. Yeah, 103. And that's why I was bringing up the point totals from last time, actually, because the winning point total last time was 103. Matt coming in this Fiesta Cup and putting up a 103 on the board. That's impressive stuff. Impressive.
On a scale of 1 to, oh my God, that would be, oh my God.
Yeah, an 11. I give it.
Did he turned it up to 11?
Yeah,
that's perfect.
He turned it up to 11. Yeah,
but this amp goes to 11.
There's some great showings in here. I mean, in PJ too. PJ didn't get to race in the kids round. He's putting 55 points on the board. He may not even be done yet, but that itself is impressive against an adult crowd. And then Jem from Sweden, representing Sweden, the 12th place finish was 66. This was a highly competitive group.
Yeah, PJ jumping into the adult tournament at 9 years old.
Wow.
9.
Shout out to PJ. That's
amazing.
Really cool.
9 years old, I just wanted to go ride my bike.
You weren't even drifting. No drifting on that bike.
It was a motorcycle, but
okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of sliding around in the dirt at 9 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. So, I think we are really close to wrapping this thing up. I don't think we're not going to see anything change at the top of the leaderboard here, and the racing is just about complete. Did anything pop when you did that, Nolan? Because we need to send you a chiropractor.
Yeah, got a bit of neck pain going.
That was serious movement there, man. That I was impressed.
You know, sometimes you get like that little bit of a twitchy feeling. You just have to move it, and that's what that was there.
That's what that was. There was no way around it.
No way around.
So I guess we do need to start wrapping this up. Joel, if you could do me a huge favor and take a look, because I know you said you would take a look at the kids event standings, and some weird things happen with point totals in the kids event standings towards the end of that run. So we're gonna get Joel to try to make basically put all that together and get some understanding on that. While Joel is doing that on his end, I just want to say once again, thank you to every single racer that showed up and raced here with us today, the kids and the adults, kids that jumped into the adults tournament, Matt for showing up for both of them and getting it done. Congratulations to Ginger Ninja and Matt for the wins in both of those events. Also want to say thank you to our fine sponsors. Have to do that. Can't keep the lights on without them. Equity Prime Mortgage is the primary sponsor for what we're doing here at the E-Racing Association. EPM has come on board in such a meaningful way in so many different areas, and we can't do what we do without EPM. So thank you so much to Eddie and the team over at EPM for doing what they do for everyone in the real world, racing in general. What he's doing at EPM with esports is huge, and thank you so much to them. Thank you to A Kid again for allowing us to put this event on, and support a kid again in a very small way. We want to do everything that we can, and we want to build this thing up to where there are literally thousands and thousands and thousands of folks that are racing with us, and we're helping to spread the word about what a kid again does. Just pleasure and a privilege to be a part of that group in a very tiny way and help to make a difference. So if anyone can, head over to a Kid Again's website and give generously and help these children and these families, like I said before, enjoyed. That's the standings for the junior event. Excellent. So we've got Matt in P1 with 106, Wombo Combo with 95, and Thomas with 82. All right. Very cool. Little Jedi Ray had you on camera for a ton of the event, right outside of the top 3. Almost made it. Excellent effort from all involved, though. Amazing stuff, as always. Heading back over to sponsors involved. Thank you to Kalita for coming on board with us again. Thank you to Red List. Thank you to White Castle. Thank you to Cedar Fair. So many good things, huge things coming in the future with all of those brands being involved in what we're doing at the E-Racing Association. Nolan, thank you once again for jumping in the booth with us here today. I'm going to turn it over to you and get your final thoughts on what happened here today. It's been crazy. It's been a lot of fun, and it's not something that you're used to doing. So what'd you think? Event number 2, Fiesta Cup, wrapping it up.
It was an absolute blast to be here. I mean, just, action from start to finish. We were able to talk strategy. We were able to, talk points. We were able to talk everything that we needed to. We were able to do it all for a good cause. We were able to throw all of this together and be able to just come out here and just have a nice, relaxed, but a very fun time overall. So I certainly enjoyed it, and who knows, maybe I'll be back for more of these in the future.
Oh no, you're coming back. It's there's nothing. Yeah, you're in now. There's nothing you can do about it. You're locked in. Again, from all of us at the E-Racing Association, thank you so much for tuning in. Joel, thank you for your expertise. Thank you for everything that you've done behind the scenes. Much appreciated. Really, I'm sorry that you didn't win event number 2, but I'm glad that you made it out. I'm glad you were in the booth with us throughout. I know you said during the adult races that you were going to be quiet. You weren't. You could have been. And if you want us to take the blame for you not defending the title, we're not going to do that.
Yeah. I should have stayed quiet. I should have. I mean, I have no regrets. In all seriousness, most important thing is that everyone has fun, and then the number 2 thing for me for this event is benefiting the great people at a Kid Again. I love that organization, so I'll just say it's not too late to donate. If there are any Bengals fans out there watching, you can follow my lead and donate for getting Jesse Owuji to say Houday on stream. Hit up the link. Donate it. I'm gonna drop it in the Twitch chat right now. You guys,
That's
give
amazing.
Generously. Yeah.
Drop it in there. Do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do.
Oh, yeah.
For myself, Joel Willis, who joined us in the booth. Thank you so much, Joel. For Nolan Rumpel, for Jesse Owuji, for Ryan Bauer, producer extraordinaire behind the scenes, keeping us all on track and making sure that this event goes off without a hitch. And just from everyone at the ERA, thank you all so much for tuning in. We appreciate it greatly. Stay tuned. There's more coming up. Next month, we have another Omega Cup event. It's our first Omega Cup event of the year. The Omega Cup is actually iRacing. It's the big money event that we have with regard to prize pools. That for those events, for Omega Cup only at this stage of the game, you do have to be a paid member of the E-Racing Association. With that membership, you get a couple other things. We do some fun runs. You can join in on iRacing. We're having a lot of fun with the Gen 7 car. Go over to eragaming.gg. Get yourself signed up. At least sign up for Mario Kart, GT Sport, whatever it is. Jump in our forums. We're on Discord at ERA Gaming. We're actually we're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. We're everywhere. You can find us all over the place. For myself, for Joel, for Nolan, for Jesse, for Ryan, for everyone involved in this broadcast. Thank y'all so much for racing with us. Thank you for tuning in and watching. We hope you had as much fun as we did. We will see you again very shortly. Y'all have a great day, and check out this spot from Equity Prime Mortgage as we close things out. If y'all are looking for a mortgage to change your life, Equity Prime Mortgage is the place to go. Jump in there and take a look. Thank you so much. We're done for the day. Y'all have a really good rest of the weekend.
The EPM mission reads that we are a resource and voice for financial empowerment. The EPM vision, which is connected to the EPM way, is to continue to offer financial service, communication, and assistance to the communities we serve.
What makes us different is our loan officers. They care about the people. Our number one message in this company is the customer. Always do everything you can for that customer.
We as a staff work together as a team, and we also on one page, one goal, to know that the end goal is the other person, which is the home buyer.
The big thing that we want to do is provide financial empowerment to our consumers. The ramifications of not owning versus owning is very vast. So it's really about maximizing your earning potential to build wealth.
Our diversity, it's a large part of what sets us apart. And the way we look at business with an empathic approach, we do care.
I have grown up here. I've pretty much done almost every position here and have just grown and learned throughout the 10 years and been given tons of opportunity to advance. I can't tell you how much this place means to me.
My favorite part of EPM is the relationships that we build. I mean, I see my coworkers more than I even see my family throughout the week. So it's important that we have that relationship with each other. I know that I'm going to work hard with my coworkers, but I also know that I'm going to be able to have a fun time with them.
When you join EPM, it's like you're gaining a huge, giant family. The people here are just funny and amazing.
The 23 Fundamentals, or the EPM Way, is our new culture plan. They are led by great communication, ethics, morals. All in all, they make us better. They make us EPM. The idea of work and home is truly been blurred. So when our culture plan was created, we wanted to transcend just being in the office.
It's really about being a brotherhood, a sisterhood, but it's still all about one mission and one objective, is to make sure that we're not only leading to financial empowerment, but we're growing our communities, we're serving our communities, we're growing our individuals.
Most of the loans we're doing are for families. It's the biggest investment in their lives.
For me to know that every little part that goes into the end goal of home ownership makes a difference, and we're playing a big part of that for that prospective home buyer to have their future home.
There's certain programs that not every lender offers, and we try to offer as many of those programs as possible so anybody could kind of fit the mold with a program that we have and offer that to them, so then they could get that purchase done and own a home.
You know, the gold standard is treat somebody how you would want to be treated. I think that's the way people would want to be treated best. They want to make sure that somebody's looking out for their best interest, not yours, not the company, not the industry. So you definitely got to put yourself in their shoes and empathize and make sure you're looking and more importantly, listening very, very generously to what they're saying and what they're trying to accomplish.
It feels amazing to know that my team and I were able to contribute to a prospective buyer having their home. And for that home buyer to finally walk into the doors and have their home is just amazing, and we contributed to that.
It gives you a sense of pride in what we're doing here and gratitude to be able to help out those people get things and achieve their goals as well.
A lot of people talk about care, and the only way to truly care is through showing action and showing what you're doing for them in that moment.
We're able to help people to achieve the American dream, which is home ownership. But it's not just home ownership. That's your home. That's your family. So generations can be there just by one impactful movement that we do.
My name is Briston Harris. I am 12 years old and I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
When he was like 1, they diagnosed him with ASD, which is atrial septal defect, which means in short terms, hole in your heart.
At first, very apprehensive, not knowing what to expect, and then being there and realizing that, you know, this is a place of support for my little brother, and showing him that, you know, times will get better.
Life is so busy, and everybody's usually here and there. At least with one of the Kid Again events, we do it all together.
We all have like really busy, hectic schedules, and it kind of requires all of us to come together in a time that's not of crisis, not of something bad. It has us come together for something beautiful.
Just being with the faculty and, well, the staff of a Kid Again and meeting the people just makes you feel like you belong with something, and they're very loving and they care for like everyone that's in the program, and it makes you feel good.